Hi, Michael Fry, President and CEO of Deepwater Subsea. In this episode of The Daily Grind, I talk about celebrity worship syndrome and how if you're trying to be like somebody else, at the end of the day, you're just going to fail. Let's get into the show. So the question I have for you today in this Daily Grind is, who do you want to be? Do you want to be yourself or do you want to be a celebrity? Too many people in today's social media world want to be, just like somebody else. They want to dress the same way. They want to look the same way. They want to talk the same way. They want to do business the same way. If you go online and you look it up, it's called celebrity worship syndrome. And, a lot of people today have that, and they have that in their business life as well as in their personal life. And the reason I want to mention it in this Daily Grind is, if you want to move up in your career, there's people that you can look up to. There's people who in social media, in the business, kind of the gurus of social media, I watch every day on the YouTube channels and Facebook and Snapchat. And I kind of see what they're doing and try to take an angle that will work for us here at Deepwater Subsea. But too many times people want to be just like somebody else. They see these fast trackers in the company and they go, you know what? If I can just get on the coattail of such and such, he'll take my career to another level. Hey, I see he wears a special suit every day. I'm going to go out and get a suit because if I look the way he does, and maybe I try to copy what he does, then I know that I should be guaranteed to move up as well. And for this Daily Grind, it's all about you being you. Don't have celebrity worship syndrome. Don't want to copy the way somebody does something. Establish your own legacy. If you're standing next to somebody, what differentiates you from them? I talked about, I think it was episode like 3 or 4, the difference between an apple and a pineapple. If we're all the same and we all bring the same thing to the table, how do we stand out from our competition? And for me, what's important about this Daily Grind is, it would be very easy to come to the marketplace, start a new business and say, hey, look, I'm going to copy such and such. It's the same type of model. I'm going to copy all their courses. I'm going to copy the way they do business. And because they're a multi-million-dollar company, then we should become a multi-million-dollar company. And unfortunately, in business, it doesn't work that way. You have to establish your own mark. You have to establish your own brand. You have to establish your own legacy. So for this Daily Grind, don't have celebrity worship syndrome. Get out and be an individual, be yourself, and do the things that you need to do to take your game to another level. Dress in the way someone dresses, look in the way someone looks, talk in the way someone talks is not going to get you to where you need to be. Too many people want to sit back and wait for the answer to come to them. I know we've talked about this in almost every one of the daily grinds, but for me, I start seeing more and more people who want to be just like somebody else. And being just like somebody else isn't going to take you to the next level. It'll actually hinder your growth because what's happening is you're not advancing yourself. You're actually pulling yourself down because you're trying to be like somebody else. You're taking a detour instead of accelerating to another level. Look in the mirror, see where you need to go. See what you have as a special gift, as your talents, and try to improve on those. Don't have celebrity worship syndrome. Don't sit back and go, oh, if I get these injections, if I do my hair a certain way, if I talk a certain way, if I go to a certain type of training, that'll help me get to the next level. You're the one that helps you get to the next level. If you have celebrity worship syndrome, you need to really step back and start thinking about the way that you do business. Think about the way you take care of your personal life. Sometimes you need to disconnect and just be that individual, be who you are. People will love you regardless of which direction you go, but I can tell you one thing is if you really want to get to the next level, don't try to be like somebody else. Too many times in business, I see guys who come to the table and they bring a CV, and I go, man, I've seen this CV before. And what's happened is they've copied a friend who's actually very successful. They've gone online and they looked at the verbiage that other people are using. They try to throw that verbiage into theirs. Don't be a fake. Be yourself. And at the end of the day, you being yourself is going to take you to another level. Something to think about.